All right, so it's good to go over this successful road test result as well. Examiner's general comment is good drive. However, there are a few things that the student needs to work on. So A1, shoulder checks, and look how many times they've tried to X this off. So watch out for bikes. So that means when you're coming in to make a right turn, make sure you check your blind spot properly so that you're not cutting a cyclist off. Sometimes they, with these e-bikes, they go just as fast as cars at times, and we need to be on the lookout for them if they're approaching in our blind spot. So the shoulder check is really, really important. Examiner, for whatever reason, decided, generally speaking, the student is doing their shoulder checks. Maybe they just forgot that one time, but it was something that they made them want to mark this several times here. A6, backing. So they wanted to see that you're looking out the rear window more while reversing, right? And B13, parking margins. So park closer to the curb. And parking margins, being parked far from the curb is not something that you generally can fail the road test for, but it is something that they're paying attention to. As I've mentioned in another video, bumping the curb or going onto the grass or hitting the curb on the park will result in a road test failure. And then take safe gaps, right? So B4, whenever there's a gap that's safe, you want to complete that maneuver. So I'm guessing this student came up to make a left turn at an intersection. They had a safe gap and they were playing it too safe. They waited in the waiting position until the other batch of cars came through, and they were probably far enough initially that they could have made that turn, but they sat it out. They waited until the next clear gap to take the turn. So they don't want you to play it super safe. They want you to play it safe, of course, but you don't want to be too cautious on the road, because that can cause confusion, and it can sometimes be just as dangerous as someone that's a risk taker and taking unsafe gaps.